Alright, I'm unpausing.
Alrighty. No pressure on the line. Chance show you to win.
That's one of the good things about not having to worry about the playoffs. You can just go focus on trying to get a race win. But
Yep. But if you're in the playoffs, you focus on both.
every point matters.
A nice cold bottle of water. Excuse me.
I can't believe NASCAR King's not a part of the round of 8. He had so many playoff points.
I know. It's crazy.
I was looking at the... Right, I was looking at the round of 8 standings, and I was wondering why there's only 2 drivers way far out in front of everyone else, and it's because NASCAR King's not in there. He had a shitload of playoff points, and he's out. He was supposed to be like the 3rd seed driver all the way through, you know what I mean? And, yeah, he's out already. He missed that one race, and that was all she wrote.
Green flag.
He had to back out early the first one, and he missed the second one completely.
Outside, all clear.
Second half Bristol, he definitely did all he could.
Looking outside now.
Did he ever? Yeah, honestly, he almost won it. And if he did win it, he would have bumped Duking. And, you know, to be honest, he's probably more deserving of a round of 8 spot than Duking statistically this season, like on paper, you know what I mean? But that's just how it goes. Sometimes Duking's a heck of a driver as well. He's had decent finishes all year as well. May have not has been as good as the finishes NASCAR King was getting, but it was good enough to get him in the playoffs, good enough to get him in position to keep advancing, and here he is, man. Imagine Duking goes and wins Talladega, and he's in the round of 4. Imagine everyone blows the tire at Phoenix, and Duking's our champion.
Duking would probably faint.
I would too. Like, we'd have to have someone else host the post-race interviews. Yeah, he'd probably turn white and faint, sorry, before the checkered flew. As soon as it flew in his truck past the line, he probably broke and pull over.
Still there.
That would be cool to see, though.
He wouldn't technically don't have to win Phoenix to be a champion. It's something terrible to happen in the Final Four.
Exactly.
All clear.
If I get there, I know I can race with the speed there.
White flag. Big driver.
I have speed there, but I'm not good at saving the tires there.
Even Stevens lagged horribly and wrecked half the field.
Uh-oh.
His truck was shot forward into my tailgate, spun me sideways in front of the field. Yeah. It wasn't good. I didn't get the pole. And Armstrong spinning coming out of 4. And I
Clear
hit
all
him.
around. That's
So
okay.
yeah, I'm probably
Next
just
time.
not going to be starting to do good because the other laps weren't that great either.
I guess I am kind of happy that this happened. Duking didn't make the playoffs for Motormaster. Armstrong did, and he's on to the round of 8. So I guess it's kind of good. Duking makes the round of 8 and Armstrong out, just because there's one more person happy.
Right.
That Duking goes on to win Talladega.
That'd be nuts. See, when the playoffs start, usually that's when we have the least amount of drivers. People don't want to get in the way of the playoff drivers, and also some people give up because they don't have a chance anymore. So once you have a lot of playoff points from the regular season and you're in the playoffs, it's pretty hard to get eliminated if you have a lot of points. You pretty much need to have 3 terrible, terrible races. You know what I mean? Because it's harder to... I don't know. If you make a mistake in the playoffs, you don't lose as many positions as you used to because there's less people on the track passing you.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
And Gotham got the what?
Wow.
Where am I starting? 13th. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be good. Really, that's pretty much a mile and a half has been for me all year, though. So, I'm not too concerned.
And send you two.
Thanks, buddy. All right. Steven says he can't be in the chat or he's going to lag out, so
I don't blame him.
yeah, me either. All right. I guess I'm unpausing. I'm a little surprised it's this low tonight, to be honest. I figured about 17 or 18, but eh. I'm going to do one more sweep of invites, actually.
Alrighty. I think I got a piece of lead stuck on my finger. That's why it hurts.
Okay, I'm pausing and backing out.
I was doing that drain call today, and fucking whenever I pulled that fucking cord, sliced my damn finger and gushed blood everywhere.
Ow.
Yeah, I got some lead in there. I think I'm still trying to clean it. This shit hurts.
Who did it make the host?
Ayrton.
Okay. I think that's okay. That's probably why even Steven lagged out of the first race, to be honest, because he was the host. A lot for his system to handle. And he was in the chat. He's on the road right now. Let me know when I can come back in.
You are able.
We're in the
Cool.
loading screen, you're good.
I'm gonna go for gambles in this race, Tyler, knowing that there's no pressure and the cautions will be on, and that means I can throw strategies.
Yeah, exactly. Strive careful around everybody like you always do, and yeah, good luck
Just do
to
my
you, man.
thing.
Exactly. As long as you're in the draft with the lead group, there's no
I should be
urgency
fine.
to pass them all. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not
'Cause-
gonna pass them. I'm just gonna play it safe and do my thing. I mean, hell,
Yeah,
if I get to run
exactly.
the pass, I'm gonna pass, but I'm not gonna
Right,
force it.
right. Exactly. Uh-oh, somebody just joined and they're too late. It was
Oh
Dave.
no,
It was Dave.
Davey.
Dave.
Alright,
Starter has a
green.
green flag in his hand. Be ready.
Going green.
Got a
Oh,
car
okay,
coming
cool.
on
Good
now.
luck. Gonna come in on when you guys are on lap 2.
All clear. No pressure from behind.
Oh,
Still there. At your bumper. Clear high. Clear high.
Stays green. We'll
Stay
have to
left.
stop.
what's lap
On my
Still
way.
there. Right
And
side
yeah, I did the
clear.
math earlier. I checked it out.
Steven's flag and it's about to wreck the whole field.
Keep moving. Clear behind.
It's out of the
Looking
way.
good.
I jumped in a truck earlier. Stage 1's 30 laps. Fuel run is about 23 or 24 laps. If you're in the draft, you probably can lift a bit and save a bit, but I still don't think you're saving all of that. So I think you should just accept it, come in and get a splash. But run it dry, of course.
Oh,
Almost a wreck.
Hang on to it, boys.
All clear. No pressure from
Oh,
And
God.
behind.
Steven missed.
God, he's lagging.
Yeah.
I think he just lagged Dookie pretty hard.
He hit Oof, and Oof lagged on my screen. Oof's truck on my screen flipped up in the air for a split second and then popped back into place.
Yeah, I did that in front of me too. God, this
Oh,
18
I'm
is
not
scary.
feeling like it. I know. Scaring the shit out of me right now. I don't feel comfortable right now. Sorry if I'm holding you up, Sean. I'm trying to get past you, dude.
I'm not in a hurry right now. It's okay.
Right side. Careful. Still there. All clear.
He's in
Whoa.
45.
The big lag push by the 18 just caused that.
Yellow
Yeah,
flag.
yellow's out.
The 23 was way, way in front of him when that happened.
On my screen, I don't know if it showed on shadows, but the 18 lag pushed into Ayrton, and the Ayrton went down below and hit NASCAR King.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, make sure you pit. Everyone's going to be close to make it to the end from here.
Teleportation.
Smooth out here. Have a good day. Go, go, go. Car outside.
Start a little bit, help the adjustment.
Clear right.
We're on lap 8 now. That's when we're going to start. Let's go.
Yep.
It's like a ride on the money to get to the end of the stage.
Caution.
Another caution.
I will make it, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
I think it's 18. Oh no.
Maybe wait until people calm down to start the broadcast.
Yep.
Well, I'm staying out this time.
Yeah. I
I was
wouldn't
going to
bet.
say, the tires are probably at 99%.
I took 2 on the stop and took the lead, so.
The 7th on back spitting, so
No, it's well,
7th
just me.
places.
I'm
Oh,
at PC.
PC.
A lot on the line here.
All right, be smart out there. Going green. All right, you're coming to the green.
Scorpion pulled off the track. Steven's letting everyone go. He's dropping the back.
Track's all yours, bud. You're clear. Not a headlight out on your bumper. You got room. You're clear. Got one up top. All clear. Fine yourself.
Oh, it's a good battle right here.
Inside, inside.
Jesus,
Clear behind.
holy.
Got one inside.
Oh, I got squeezed. Why?
That was 32.
Yeah, I know.
Inside. All clear. Inside.
This truck is so fast.
It's not a yellow?
That's, I don't, should have been.
It's right there in the pack still.
Got one
Yep,
inside.
I got the grab.
All right, clear low.
Truck's gonna be slow though.
How many to
Damn
go?
it. 18.
Got a car low now. Track's all yours, bud. You're clear. Inside. Clear left.
saw Juicy get loose at a 4, yeah.
Don't move, stay high.
Napa knows that Gotham guy. He added Gotham to the truck chat for me.
Still there.
So he knows him.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone does. I couldn't remember. Yeah, you are lagging, Shadow.
I am?
Yeah, Shadow.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Still
Mad?
there. Clear all around.
If you're streaming, you may want to consider cutting it.
Yeah, I'm live right now. I'll cut it after things break.
Or whenever you get a caution,
Stay right, please.
cut it.
Still lagging?
Yeah.
No.
Now you
Stay
stop.
right, please.
It stopped on my screen now. Yeah, you're good now,
He hit
bud.
the wall pretty good.
Yes, he did.
Half down, half to go. This time by.
Right.
I'm just taking my
so-
time.
Yeah, I can see that actually. It's probably the way to go, to be honest.
With the damaged truck, and I'm still making passes.
Might be a server thing, I don't know.
It very well might be. Because lately in our races, we've had a few people lagging that never lag. Yourself included, myself included. How many to go?
14.
Awesome. I'll be right back. It'll be similar to before. I'll probably start it with about 6-8 laps to go in stage 1. I've noticed that the longer the broadcast, the less views we get. Viewers don't like watching a long race, and plus I don't want to drive my parents crazy with a 2-hour broadcast, so I'm starting a little later than usual.
Alright.
Cool.
I'm struggling off to report. Roman, am I holding you up, or are we about the same pace?
Probably about the same pace, but I'm on the bottom passing.
Got one down low now.
I think we both got loose. Did you get loose or tight? Because I got been loose.
I got a bit loose.
I'm hooking that bottom pretty good. I don't know if you can tell, but damn. Looks like Napa falls off on the longer run. See that?
Inside.
Down low, buddy.
Ah!
Yeah, go ahead. Get it back.
Still there.
Damn. Get off my quarter. Oh.
Road clear.
Did that make you too loose? That kind of was well racing for 7s. But those trucks got me sweet.
I think I'm gonna tighten it up just a little bit.
Tight the draft, still moves off.
Yeah, 2 weeks off.
And to go.
I know I got a truck that can go up there too.
Going to look outside. Outside. Outside there.
I'm watching that 32 truck is that's what mine is.
Careful, still there. Stay low.
Hey, can you check on my diesel?
Stay left. All clear, no pressure from behind. Outside, by himself.
Got it.
I told you to. All clear, no pressure from behind.
Oh, I didn't put all that.
I think it also hurt my damage. Me getting loose.
Stay left. Stay on the bottom. Clear all around. 5 laps to go.
I got so loose and I saved it. Tyler's coming back. The station's about to end.
How many laps to go in the stage, boys?
Like 4,
Gotcha.
3, somewhere around there. 3.
Starting it up. Got them the leader in the 32, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go, driver.
Starting the broadcast.
Keep out tires, driver. Coming to the white.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event here for Tailgate Tuesday, live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It is the Las Vegas 200 playoff race here on NASCAR Heat 5 for the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series drivers. We see two trucks bouncing off each other here as we begin the broadcast. Stage 1 has just come to a close, and Gotham in the number 32 Chevy Silverado is going to take home the Stage 1 win. Jesse Carlson is going to finish in second, Nick Francesco in third, Jordan Roughton in fourth, and Josh Colm-Diaz in fifth. They're going to take home the stage points, and this is critical, folks.
Actually, it's flipped the 23 to 17.
Oh, okay, I got you. And this is a big race, folks. It's key. It's critical. It's the very first race in the round of 8. 8 drivers enter this race with a big chance, a big opportunity to advance their way to the championship round. Nick Francesco, Jesse Carlson, Beam SKP, Brett Baker, Alex Tesdall, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Jordan Roughton, and Timmy Brown in the 8 truck. We finished off the broadcast earlier tonight at Bristol, not 110% sure on who advanced, but we thought that it was Timmy Brown and Armstrong tying for the final spot. Turns out, with Timmy Brown finishing in 5th in stage 2 and getting that 1 point, he was able to edge Armstrong by 1 point and advance his way to the round of 8, and we are green for stage 2. 134 lap race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. They are already done. Stage number 1, these drivers getting about 24 laps on fuel here tonight at Vegas. And I'm NOSSCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, alongside my 2 lane race reporters Alex Tesdall in the 98 and Cameron Norton in the 3. Cameron Norton in the 3 was eliminated earlier tonight in the round of 12. Alex Tesdall solid in the round of 8 as of now, coming off a strong win earlier tonight at Bristol. Thanks a bunch to both of you for joining me.
No problem.
It's been a solid start to the Las Vegas 200 so far. The newcomer, Gotham, in the number 32 Chevy Silverado, is off to a great start. Good friend with Nick Francesco in the 24, who trails behind him in 2nd. And of course, Nick in that 24 truck, the regular season champion, 7 wins this season, arguably the favorite to go all the way and win the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series Championship. Right behind him, the SC Carlson, driver of the 88 Ford F-150 for Steel Horse Motorsports. And don't count him out either. 4 wins this season. And very much a threat to win the championship this year as well. There's Timmy Brown, former Brickyard 200 winner in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He edged his way into the round of 8 by 1 single point over Armstrong in the 15 truck. So keep your eye on Timmy. He's very much looking forward to Talladega next Tuesday. Arguably his best chance to get a win and clinch a spot in the Final 4. There's a good look at Beam SKP, full-time driver out of France, driving the number 16 Toyota Tundra for Rockstar Racing, advanced his way into the round of 8. He has a win this year. He won the Brickyard 150 at the Indy Roval road course earlier this season. Right now, solidly scored on the lead lap and in the top 10. Enters the round of 8 with 8 playoff points to his total, and that's going to put him 1 point above the cut line to begin the round of 8 here. He did not score stage points in stage 1 though. And there's a good look at Alex Tesdall, driver of the number 98 Ford F-150, coming off a big win earlier tonight at Bristol, becoming the 11th different Triple Crown winner in NOSSCAR history, holding a cup win a cup win, a Motormaster win, and a truck win. And that locked him into the round of 8. Those playoff points carry over with all of these drivers as well, and picked up some of those with that win. Right now in the top 10 in 6th, and just on the outside wall, so he's going to get challenged by Jordan Broughton. Speaking of Jordan Broughton, playoff driver as well, made it to the round of 8. He's going to start with 5 playoff points to his total. Came so close earlier tonight to picking up that first ever truck win at Bristol. Qualified on the pole, won both stages, and running 5th right now in this race and looking to advance his way, punch his ticket into the round of 4. There's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. for Rockstar Racing, Toyota Tundra number 51. Round of 8 playoff driver as well. No truck wins in his career, but he's come close on many occasions. Starting 3 points below the cut line for the round of 8. And that's a rundown on the playoff drivers in the field for everybody. The only playoff driver not attending this race is Brett Baker, one of the round of 8 drivers, so he'll be in a must-win situation next week for Talladega and Martinsville. And this is the battle for the race lead up front. The 32 of Gotham has got the lead, and Nick Francesco and Jesse Carlson in hot pursuit, 2nd and 3rd. The top 3 trucks have separated themselves from the rest of the field just a little bit, and then the second group of trucks is being led by Aiden Frederick in the 45. Alex Tesdall scored in 5th in the 98. And it's a hornet's nest. It's a dogfight from about 5th, 6th on back. Jordan Broughton in the 17 right there running in 6th. Josh Diaz trying to take 7th from Jeffrey Robinson Jr. And then Jeffrey's teammate, Beam SKP, is right there in 9th. Armstrong in the 15 rounds out the top 10. Timmy Brown in 11th. And Trenton Krentz, the 2-time NOSSCAR world champion from Gran Turismo Sport, running in 12th. The field a little bit spread at this point. And it's been fun to watch the 2 Rockstar Racing teammates, the Toyotas, 51 and the 16. They're both round of 8 playoff drivers. and one of them enters above the cut line for the round of 8. That's Bean in the 16, enters 1 point above the cut line. And Jeffrey in the 51 enters only 3 points below the cut line for the beginning of the round of 8. So they both have a very good chance of punching their ticket into the round of 4. And they just made a little bit of contact there. They bounced off each other in turns 1 and 2, which is nothing serious, but you can tell the handling on Bean's 16 truck is a little bit on the tighter side at this point. Drifted up into the side of the 51 just a little bit. And they're both going to soldier on. Timmy Brown has taken the 10th position away from Jason Armstrong in the 15. So put Armstrong back into 11th. Gotham is the leader. And the battle for second is on here between Alex Tesdall and Jordan Roughton. And those two battling like that, excuse me, it's not them battling for second actually. The battle for second is actually between Nick Don Francesco and Jesse Carlson. There's good battles all over this racetrack, and I got a few of them mixed up here. Frederick in fourth that's beginning to drive away from the second group a little bit and even gain a little bit of ground on the top 3. These two drivers right here battling side by side. That's allowing the race leader Gotham and the number 32 Silverado to drive away a little bit. There was minor contact between the 88 and the 24 coming out of turn 2 that last time by. They're both going to settle down and get back single file as they go into turn 3. And Nick Don Francesco is going to hang on to the second position. Good action all over this racetrack and been fun to watch so far. Stage 1 in the history books. We're working laps here in stage 2. We'll throw it down to the in-race reporter, Cameron Norton. Cameron, is there less pressure on you to go out there and get these wins and get these good finishes now that you're not necessarily going out there in the playoffs and trying to get the championship?
Yeah. We just want wins. I had a little incident 2 months ago. I had a disconnected gas pedal and went into the wall. So we'll call it that. But we're going to go win. We're going to try. We're going to do our thing.
Good luck to you, and hopefully you can soldier back. Yeah, you can see the front end damage to the number 3 Silverado. It doesn't look too bad, but you can tell it's affecting the performance a little bit of that truck. And because of that, he's dropped outside of the top 10, I believe. What position are you in, Ken?
I am in 11th.
That's what I thought, yeah, so that puts Armstrong up into the 10th position. And we're watching him. Oh, so okay. I was wondering what was going on. And we also have 2 trucks off the racetrack. We should have let everybody know. Trenton Prince and Scorpion, 2 Rockstar Racing Toyota Tundras. And connection issues, engine failures, we call them, have put them both on pit road and motionless and done for the day. The battle for 5th is on between Jordan Roughton and Alex Tesdall. They've got company with Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Josh Colin-Diaz, Team SKP in the 16 still right there as well. Oh, Josh Colin-Diaz got a little wiggly coming out of 4 there, held on to it, and we can also let everybody know Nick Don Francesco in the 24, bringing it down pit road, and he's the first truck amongst the leaders to bring it down for scheduled service in stage 2. Gotta wonder if it's only going to be 2 tires and maybe a can of fuel, because I don't think that they have much further to go in stage number 2.
They're coming to 11th.
Hold your line. Got one outside.
Alex Tesdall in the 98 going to come down pit road, it looks like, as well, slowing and letting everybody know. Josh Colin-Diaz, Beam SKP, coming to pit road as well. Beam and Alex, the 16 and the 98, they are round of 8 drivers, so they're looking for the fastest pit stop possible here. They're looking for some stage points if they can help it. We're all chasing the 32. I know that truck is fast. I drove it to 2 wins earlier this season, and I've been using it for a hot seat opportunity for drivers to come in here and showcase their talents. Gotham has done just that. He's done a great job. Jason Doro also drove the 32 for the Eldora truck race, and Tanner Gray drove the 32 to a top 10 at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And I'm really happy with the driver development program that I have going for this 32 Silverado. We saw Gotham get the inside wall on his way to entering pit road. It's going to give him a little bit of damage that he's going to need to repair into this pit stop. Might cost him an extra 3, 4, 5 seconds to repair that damage. He might elect to wait until the end of the stage. We'll have to see where he cycles through at the end of all this. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., round of 8 driver for Rockstar Racing, coming down pit road and surrenders the lead, I believe. I think this is actually going to give the lead over to the Armstrong in the 15. We'll get an update for Cameron Norton, driver of the 3, on who the leader is.
So 45 is the leader, and I'm in 4th.
Oh man, and I'm assuming that some of these drivers are yet to come down pit road, but here comes the race leader. Ayrton Frederick is going to surrender the lead, and that's going to hand it over to Jordan Broughton in the 17 for the time being. And Timmy Brown in the 8 stays on the racetrack another lap. I think he'll be in 2nd until they make their scheduled green flag pit stops. Ayrton Frederick has a win this season for the Motormaster Series and the Truck Series. And look at that, more, and we just got a report from Cameron Norton. Nick Francesco spun, and he's actually on pit road right now, but he's going full speed, so you can tell that he missed the commitment cone line and that he's not locked down and held to pit road speed, thankfully for him. He drove it down pit road to keep it away from everybody else while he was getting back up to speed and full power. And yeah, tough break for Nick, because he had a shot to go out there and possibly win this stage. I didn't see exactly how he spun or what caused that, but he's going to have his work cut out for him for the rest of stage 2. Jordan Broughton in the 17 surrenders his track position. He led a lap there, and now he's on pit road for scheduled service. There's a couple of more trucks on pit road doing the same. Timmy Brown in the 8 truck stayed out just as long as Jordan, his teammate, did. Both of those drivers driving for No Shift Motorsports, and they both advanced to the round of 8. Remember, it was Armstrong, their No Shift Motorsports teammate, that just barely did not make the round of 8 by 1 single point. Sometimes it's all it takes, folks, and that 5th place finish in stage 2 at Bristol for Timmy Brown in the 8 is really what was able to bump him 1 point above Armstrong and put him into the round of 8. For you Armstrong fans, luckily for you guys and for him, he made the round of 8 for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series in the Xfinity cars on Mondays, so still has a shot to win a championship for Motormaster Mondays. Tune in for that.
All clear.
And let's throw things down to the in-race reporter, the Bristol winner, the Bristol Master perhaps, Alex Testall, driver of the 98. Alex, who's the race leader? How many laps to go in the stage?
Cam is currently the leader, but he's on pit road, and he's coming to 5 to go to stage, I believe.
It's getting really interesting and really close here. A lot of these drivers with a lot of different strategies here. Saw Nick Francesco short quit. Saw others come all down at the same time, like Josh Colin-Diaz, Alex Testall, Nick Francesco, or excuse me, Beam SKP. And then we saw drivers like Cameron Norton staying out as long as they can. And it should hand the lead back over to the 32 or maybe the 45. 45?
Yep.
Oh, wow. And so we're watching a good battle for the race lead right now. And for the stage 2 win between Ayrton Frederick in the 45 and Gotham in the 32. I think Gotham has the fresher tires. He pulls to the outside to make a move on Ayrton Frederick. He's going to take the race lead going down the back straightaway. He pulls out by about 2 truck lengths as they go into turn 3. Jesse Carlson scored in 3rd in the 88 Ford F-150 for Steel Horse Motorsports. Another round of 8 playoff driver. In fact, the top 2 drivers are non-playoff drivers. They didn't even make the round of 12, folks. It's not like they were a playoff driver and they got eliminated. They're out here just going for wins and for stage wins, trying to keep the sponsors and the team owners happy, and they're doing a great job doing that. Jesse Carlson in 3rd is, yes sir, I was just talking about him. Jesse Carlson in the 88 truck is actually the highest running playoff driver, highest running round of 8 driver, scored in 3rd. And 2 laps to go. Pit road is closed. Right now we're watching the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. And this is very important here, folks, because there's a couple of drivers in this group that are round of 8 drivers. That includes the 17 of Jordan Roughton, the 16 of Beam SKP, and it's the top 5 They get the stage points. So as of now, it's Jordan Roughton, Beam SKP running 4th and 5th, and they're the ones that are in position in this group here to get some stage points. The white flag has been shown. The 32 as the stage win, well locked in hand, I would think. And we're going to keep our eyes on this battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th for that matter, until the end of stage 2. Right now, Jordan Roughton in the 17 has the bottom. Beam SKP in the 16 has the top, and they're going into 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 2. The 32 of Gotham has secured the stage 2 win, and coming out of turn 4, stage 2 is in the history books. Jordan Roughton held on for 4th, and Josh Colm-Diaz held on to 5th. It was wild side-by-side racing with a little bit of contact there as well. We'll throw it down to the in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall, to get the complete top 5 for stage 2.
Gotham, Ayrton, Oof, BC, and NASCAR King.
And how many trucks do we have on the lead lap?
12.
12.
And pretty much all of these drivers have a chance to go out there and win this race still, folks, and steal the show. And 8 of them are playoff drivers and want to win this race to punch their ticket into the round of 4. Who's going to do it? They've all shown great speed in this race. The green flag is back in the air. Final stage time. It's the Las Vegas 200. There's only 4 races left, folks, until we crown a 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. And to get to Phoenix, you need to either win a race or you need to point your way in. And all of these drivers have a mission to do either one of those. Ayrton Frederick in the 45 is the leader. Jesse Carlson in 2nd. Jordan Roughton in 3rd. Gotham in 4th. And it's a side-by-side battle for 5th. Whoa, the 32 got really loose on the front straightaway. He saved it. And thankfully he saved it, because that was going to take out the latter half of the field there. From about 5th or 6th on back was going to be in a pile up there. Great save by the 32. And neither one of these drivers, none of them giving up. The inside line looks strong for turn 3 and 4, but honestly on exit, especially coming out of turn 2, the outside line has some power. It's hard to complete these passes. It's hard to get a good enough run to pull alongside and to complete the pass by the end of one of these corners and slide up in front of the other truck. It takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of good driving, and once you get stuck in the pack, it's hard to advance your way forward. Track position has been key, the draft has been key, and good decision-making has been key. Ayrton Frederick, Jesse Carlson, Jordan Roughton, Alex Tesdall, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., the top 5, Josh Colm-Diaz, Cameron Norton, Beam SKP, and Gotham and Kenny Brown. Rounding out the rest of the top 10, Nick Francesco, the regular season champion, scored an 11, 12 trucks on the lead lap. There was contact there between teammates of 3 and 23. Cameron Norton, Josh Colm-Diaz, they both entered Bristol earlier tonight. The last race in the round of 12 in a must-win situation. They both finished in 2nd and 4th and did everything they could to walk away with the win there. Earlier tonight, they almost did it. Kenny Brown wiggled there in the 8 trucks, saved it, but he's going to lose touch with the lead group here. There you see him, he's in 10th, but he might even lose that to Nick Francesco in the 24. Meanwhile, up front, they're all chasing Ayrton Frederick. He's got 2 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series wins in his career. One of them came this year. They both were on road courses, and I know he would love to get that first ever win on an oval track. That very well might happen here tonight. Ran strong earlier tonight at Bristol, but when it comes to the ovals, it's more than a mile and a half where he really excels. Right now, he's excelling, and he's got a round of 8 driver with 4 wins. Jesse Carlson right behind him in 2nd, so he's in good company, being challenged by some of the very best in the series, and he's holding his own up there. I spoke too soon. To the bottom goes Jesse Carlson looking for the lead. This is on the front straightaway now and heading into turn one. He's there, door to door, and no contact made. And plenty of space between the two, actually. Never mind, now the gap closes as they exit turn two. Still no contact, but he's still there. Never mind, that single file goes back in behind the 45 Silverado of Ayrton Frederick. Ford now looking to build another run and make another challenge. The thing about it is he's got to play defense as well. Jordan Roughton in the 17 is right there. Gotham in 32 is slowly working his way back forward. He dropped back into the 9th position earlier, and now he's all the way back up into 4th. Gotham in the 32. Thinking the outside, he was going to go with Jesse Carlson, but Jesse got loose coming into turn two. A few trucks had nowhere to go. Cameron Norton, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Nick Don Francesco, they all are going to pile in. Timmy Brown got a piece of it. Jason Armstrong in the 15 as well. And I believe that that's going to draw a caution.
Yep. Very late.
Second caution of the race for an on-track incident. What it does is it saves a lot of these drivers that spun and got involved in that, and also a lot of these drivers that lost the draft with the lead group. And yeah, we're going to rack them up double file again and let them loose in the final stage. How many laps to go?
63.
64 or 63.
Yeah, and they're going to burn a few too when they restart, so you're going to restart with about 60 or 61 laps remaining here in the Las Vegas 200. And the question is, folks, who's going to hit the jackpot tonight? Who's going to win? Who's going to punch their ticket into the Final Four? Or is the show going to be stolen by one of these non-playoff drivers? Ayrton Frederick, Gotham, Cameron Norton. They're all running very strong, and all of them very capable of going up there and winning this event, just like all of these round of 8 playoff drivers are. The green flag back in the air. Ayrton Frederick, Gotham, Jordan Roughton, Alex Testall. They lead them into turn one.
Still there. Left side.
Ooh, the 17 pushed up a little bit there in 1 and 2. I don't know if his truck got a little out of shape or if he was trying to keep Alex behind him, but there was a bit of contact made that opened the door for Josh Colombias in the 23, the blue and white Silverado down there, and he's looking for third. And we have a battle for the lead. They were nearly 3 wide. They are 3 wide now. Oh, they're going into turn 1, and they are 3 and 4 wide, trying to figure out who's going to lead this race.
Careful, still there. Got a car low now.
Unbelievable action here. These NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series drivers are giving you. Alex Testall just went way up the hill. He saves it, but he's going to give up a couple of positions as a result. He's now outside of the top 5. He was just up there in third.
Still there.
And Gotham in 32 is going to take the race lead. He had to really work to get back through the field, to get back up there and in position and in contention to challenge for the race lead, and he's done it. He's worked his way around the 45, the 17, the 98, and he's back out front where the clean air is, and that's where the 32 truck was shown to be at its strongest. Teammates side by side for 4th and 5th. Nick Don Francesco in the 24, Josh Colombias in the 23. They're going to sort it out here by the time they hit turn 1. I believe it looks like it's going to be Josh in the 23. I was going to say single file by then, but Nick in the 24 drove it in a little bit deeper than he normally does to stay side by side with his teammate.
Still there.
Bean in the 16, just behind the top 5, running in 6th. He clears Timmy Brown in the 8 truck, slides down and takes the inside line through 3 and 4. And Jesse Carlson got a little bit loose coming out of turn 4. Came down into the side of Timmy Brown in the 8 truck. Both trucks held on to. Alex Testall, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Jason Armstrong, Cameron Norton, they're all right there. Running from about 7 time back to the 12th position. Top 12 all nose to tail, double file. You can throw a blanket on top of them. In fact, the top 2 are the only ones that are kind of separating themselves from the rest of the field just a little bit. The rest of them are all still side by side and trying to figure out who's going to lead that second pack and try to catch the top two. Right now it looks like it's going to be Josh Diaz in the 23 and around when Cameron Norton in the 3 truck on the front straightaway will throw it down to the in-race reporter. Cameron Norton. Cameron, what happened there?
Got very loose. I did some driving there, but we're all right.
Yeah, no damage to the 3 truck. You went through the grass, and thankfully this is not a real race because it seems like every time we see a car or a truck go through the grass in one of those NASCAR races, they tear the splitter up on them. But the 3 Silverado looks pretty good, and you're on the lead lap, and you just need a caution to get back into things.
My lane's open. Clear behind you.
And they're still chasing the 32 truck of Gotham. He's up for his first ever NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. And we're watching the battle right now for 3rd and 4th between the 24 and the 23. 24 is the regular season champion, 7 wins this season. Josh Diaz in the 23. 3 wins for him this season. Was shockingly eliminated in the round of 12. Was unable to attend one of the races, and that's ultimately what cost him a chance to advance to the round of 4. He was in a must-win situation, the round of 8. He was in a must-win situation earlier tonight at Bristol. He finished in 2nd in that race and came that close to punching his ticket into the round of 8 and bumping Timmy Brown in the 8 truck out of a round of 8 spot. But now, Josh has no pressure on him. There's no championship implications, and he can focus on going and getting those wins. Nick Francesco just went for a spin through the grass. There was contact made between he and Jordan Wright in the 17. A couple of trucks got out of shape there, and Nick had nowhere to go. He was unable to save it without really spinning that truck. And we have a caution on the racetrack for the 3rd time in this race for an on-track incident. And we have under... What do we have for laps to go?
51 to go.
Oh, geez. So we're going to have about 48 laps to go when we restart here. And these drivers are getting about 24 laps on fuel. So this is going to be close. Everyone might be able to make it from here on one more pit stop if it were to go green the entire way. But who knows if it's going to go green the entire way. Tell you what, the 32 truck has been strong. The 45 truck has been strong. And the funny thing about it is they're non-playoff drivers, folks. They're coming in here and just trying to get the win for their personal driver career here in NOSSCAR. And it would be the first win for Gotham. If he can do it, it would be the 3rd Truck Series win of Ayrton Frederick's career. And here we go, folks. We're lined up and ready to go.
Drive safe. Be smart.
The 24 truck of Nick Francesco is actually off the track and out of the race, done for the day. The regular season champion not having a great start to the round of 8. And the green flag is back in the air. You're watching the Las Vegas 200 on NOSSCAR Heat 5. 4th annual season for the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series started back on NOSSCR Heat 2. And most of these drivers have been racing together for years.
Clear high, clear high. Left side. Bottom clear. All clear. Hard from the outside.
So it's Gotham, Ayrton Frederick, and George Wright from 1, 2, 3. They have about a truck length or 2 of an advantage over the drivers ranked 4th and 5th. Alex Tesdall, Josh Diaz. They actually just bounced off each other a little bit as they head into turn 3. Kind of looked like Josh in the 23 pinched him down just a little bit. And he's going to take the 4th position away. Alex slips to 5th. And Dean SKP in the 16 truck running in 6th right there to the left to the outside and then cut back in line and thought better of it. Going to wait for another run instead. Cameron Norton 7th, Jesse Carlson 8th. They're side by side. Jesse drifted up into the side of Cameron just a little bit. Cameron had to go up the hill and chase it, saves it, and goes back to the 8th position. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 9th, Ace Armstrong in 10th, Timmy Brown running in 11th. And to continue the tradition here for the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, we are going to do a crank it up, and hopefully we can do it at a time where we're not going to see a caution. We've only seen Three cautions for an on-track incident in this 134-lap race. We have about 45 laps remaining. You're watching the Las Vegas 200. You're on NASCAR Heat 5. Turn the volume up. Turn the volume knob up, sorry, and enjoy. Crank it up. Enjoy the sound of these NASCAR trucks on NASCAR Heat 5.
Outside, hold your line, clear all around. Right side. All clear, no pressure from behind. Car there on the outside. Look ahead for me. Clear outside. Clear, it's behind you. Clear all around. Got a headlight out on your bumper. Bottom lane, two. All right, clear outside. Stay high, stay high. Stay to your left. Car on the outside now. All clear, no pressure from behind. Got one peeking inside.
crank the volume down again, and we're going to bring you back to full commentary of the Las Vegas 200 here on 5, and it is the fourth to last race of the season for the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. The first race in the round of 8 for the playoffs, and we're watching a good battle here between two non-playoff drivers for the lead. Right now it's Gotham in the 32 holding on to it, and Ayrton Frederick in the 45 running in second. The battle for third is right here. Jordan Redmond in the 17, Josh Colombiez in the 23, Jesse Carlson in the 88. They are third, fourth, and fifth. The two highest running round of 8 drivers are running in third and fifth. Those two Fords that you're watching on your screen, the black and green 17 and the yellow and silver 88 to 23 there that you see Josh Colombiez. He scored in fourth. He was eliminated in the round of 8, the round of 12. He was in a must-win situation earlier tonight at Bristol and finished in second in that race. Came close to being a part of this round of 8 with these drivers, but still out there having a good night and looking for the win. The third group being led by Cameron Norton, driver of the 3. He scored in the 6th position. Beam SKP, the driver of the 16 Toyota Tundra there, scored in 7th. He's the third highest running round of 8 playoff driver. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51, the fourth highest running round of 8 playoff driver, running in 8th. Armstrong in 9th, Timmy Brown in 10th, Alex Tesdall in 11th. Timmy Brown, the 5th highest running round of 8 playoff driver, and it's Alex Tesdall, the 6th highest running round of 8 playoff driver. Nick Don Francesco out of the race. He's going to finish in the 12th position, I believe, and it'll be the 7th highest finishing round of 8 playoff driver. Brett Baker was unable to attend this race. He would not be receiving points, and therefore he will be the furthest below the cut line heading into the last 2 races in the round of 8 next Tuesday, right here on the NOSSCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. A moment ago we saw Cameron Norton come down pit road, scheduled pit stop for him here in the final stage. It's a little early, but he's going to try to utilize those 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles to leapfrog some of these drivers in front of him, get some track position, and hope that it pays off for him. We'll let everybody know when we see more trucks making their way down pit road. Oh, here we go. Race leader Gotham in the 32, Jordan Routon in the 17, Jesse Carlson in the 88, and more are all coming down pit road. Josh Colombiez and Timmy Brown as well. Pit road, a very busy place. We saw Cameron Norton come in, and then the very next lap we see 4 more trucks coming down pit road for scheduled service. And this is going to be close, folks. A lot of these drivers are going to be very close to making it to the end of the race on the fuel and the tires that they have. Ayrton Frederick in the 45 staying on the racetrack an extra couple of laps here that might benefit him in the long run. We'll have to actually get an update maybe on the fuel and tire situation, at least maybe an update on how many laps to go in the race.
27, 26.
Oh, okay, so see, it's going to be really close because I think that these drivers can go anywhere from about 21 to 24 laps on the fuel and the tires that they have. I think the fuel is closer to 24. I'm not sure where the tires are with all this. So Ayrton coming in now with 25 laps to go, he would be very, very close to making it the entire distance from here to the finish on the fuel and the tires that he has if this race were to stay green. It might be the race-winning move, but keep in mind if a caution comes out, it changes everything, folks. So stay tuned all the way to the end.
You're clear of pit road.
A win for a playoff driver locks them into the championship 4, but so far it's been the 32 and the 45 stealing the show a little bit here, at least for the final stage. We saw some flurries from the round of 8 playoff drivers earlier in this one.
Still there.
Who's the leader right now?
45 Bill.
Oh, wow. And so he's leading pit road now. We'll have to see where he... Okay, so the 32's already cleared him, and he's heading he's heading out of turn 2 now, actually. So put the 32 back out front. And and with a very big lead, short pitting compared to Ayrton Frederick in the 45. Ayrton stayed out a couple of extra laps there, and it might give Ayrton the win if he stay green all the way to the finish and if he can make it on the fuel and tires that he has. But if the caution comes out, or if Ayrton cannot make it, it looks like Gotham is going to win this race. It really depends on who's going to make it the rest of the way without having to pit one more time. Goes down to Alex Pesdall, driver of the number 98 Ford F-150 for Steelhorse Motorsports, one of the round of 8 playoff drivers. Alex, where do you think the fuel and tires stand for everybody? Do you think anyone can make it the whole way?
Clear low.
Start saving the moment a little bit.
Interesting stuff. See, the reason why I ask is because everybody restarted here with 48 laps to go from that recent caution, and these drivers can go anywhere from like 23 to 25 laps on the fuel that they have. So I knew it was going to be close, but I knew that some drivers were going to go for it as well. It's playoff time, and a win gets you in to the championship four, so we'll have to see how it all unfolds. They're all facing the 32 truck right now of Gotham, and I believe that it's Josh Paul Diaz in the 23 who scored in the second position, with Ayrton Frederick running in third and Dean SKP in the 16 running in fourth. So the highest running round of 8 playoff driver, from what I can tell here, is the 16 truck of Dean SKP, and he just took the third position from Ayrton Frederick. The next highest running round of 8 driver is another Rockstar Racing Toyota, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., who scored in fifth. Getting down into the final 20 laps here of this race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's been a wild and exciting, chaotic season for 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, 4th annual NOSSCAR Truck Series season on the NASCAR Heat Games. Started back on NASCAR Heat 2, and man, how it's evolved over the years. The level of talent, the level of competition, it's unbelievable. And it's a lot of fun to sit here in the broadcast booth and be joined by a couple of in-race reporters and watch 15 to 25 of my friends go out there and battle for these race wins every Tuesday. I have a great time doing it, and I have a great time keeping track of all of the historical data for these drivers. A lot of them really study those all-time records and try to beat them to make a bigger name for themselves here in NOSSCAR.
Got one inside.
Jimmy Brown drawn up on the tailgate of Alex Pesdall, the driver of 98. This is a battle for position inside the top 10. Both of them are round of 8 playoff drivers. I believe it's actually a battle for the 7th and 8th positions on the racetrack, correct? Yeah, that's what I thought. Cameron Norton just in front of them. In fact, my 2 in-race reporters are running 6th and 7th here on your screen. The 3 and the 98. 3 of Cameron Norton was eliminated earlier tonight at Bristol in the round of 12. Fought valiantly to a 4th place finish in that one. Was in a must-win situation and nearly pulled it off. And we'll watch a good battle here between Alex and Timmy for the 7th and 8th positions. There was a little bit of contact made between the two. Timmy Brown is now about 3-4 truck lengths behind Alex, but still right there with him and close enough to stay in the draft with him. Maybe get another run at him here. They have a safe distance to the next truck behind them. Scored in 9th, and that is the 15 of Jason Armstrong. There you see him. Missed out on the round of 8 by 1 single point. Timmy Brown advanced and Jason did not. Keep in mind for you Armstrong fans out there, he advanced the round of 8 for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series on Motormaster Mondays in those Xfinity cars. So tune in on the NOSSCAR channel to watch him progress his way towards the Final Four. And honestly, looking at the names in the round of 8, it would truly be a remarkable Cinderella story if Armstrong can go out there and advance his way to the Final Four and win that championship. So we'll all find out together if he can do it. really impressed with Beam SKP as well. He's running third right now in this race. His one win came on a road course. He's really skilled and talented on the road courses when it comes to Gran Turismo Sport and Formula One games. And he's been learning all season long when it comes to these NASCAR Heat games. When he started the season, he was very new with them, and he was still coming into his own over here and learning what adjustments did what. And now he's got a win. He made the playoffs. He locked himself into the round of 8. And here he is off to a great start in the round of 8. No stage points for him in the first 2 stages, but he's on pace here to finish in the top 5 unless something wild happens in the late stages of this race. He's currently the highest scored round of 8 driver in this race, running in third. Armstrong comes to pit road, surrenders the top 10 position, and everyone's still chasing the number 32 of Gotham. Looking for his first ever NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. Looking to steal the show here from the playoff drivers. Recently entered the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series race at Talladega. Won a stage in that race and finished in the top 10. Had a good run there. And a great run here tonight as well. Quickly throw it down to the in-race reporter, Alex Hesdall. Oh! And we're
tires aren't going to make it seems like, Tyler.
I don't know. I guess they're not. See, I was wondering about this, and I think that some drivers might be able to pull it off, but clearly Beam SKP in the 16 was unable to get the entire length of the race. He's on pit road getting service. Armstrong was another one doing it, and yeah, that's a shame. Thank you for the update, Cameron. How many laps to go?
I am coming down to less than 12 to go.
So very early for Beam to come to pit road. He must have known that he wasn't going to make it, so he elected to come early, maybe get 2 tires and put them to good use. I'm really not too sure what the deal is with that. Must have just not known that he could make it the entire distance. Sometimes it's best to come early, get the fresh tires, use it to your advantage, and maybe leapfrog some drivers that try to make it the entire distance and maybe fall short. Watching the leader here in the 32, he just worked his way around one of the round of 8 playoff drivers, put him a lap down. That's Jesse Carlson. Jesse got involved in an incident earlier in this race, got loose in front of a couple of trucks. Contact was made, lost the draft of the lead group, and now falls 1 lap down to your race leader. Tiny bit of front-end damage to that Ford F-150 might not be hurting the performance of that truck, but having no drafting help and all of that certainly doesn't help his cause to advancing to the championship Ford. Nobody else coming to pit road yet, and we can tell that the pace has dropped for a couple of these drivers. Some of them running lower lines through the corners because they're just simply running slower speeds through the corners. They're lifting sooner and trying to save those tires and that fuel. Here comes Josh Diaz, the 23. He's coming to pit road. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 is going to do the same. Josh was eliminated in the round of 12 earlier tonight at Bristol. He was in a must-win situation and finished second in that race. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., a round of 8 playoff driver, looking for a strong run here in tonight's race. Entered the round of 8, 3 points below the cut line based on everybody's playoff points.
Brown in the 3rd.
And how about it? Timmy Brown in the 8 truck coming to 3rd. Oh, but it was short-lived. He's coming to pit road. He's going to surrender 3rd to Cameron Norton in the 3. And Beam SKP in the 16 truck is the next truck behind Cameron, but I know he's been to pit road. So Alex Hesdall up into 4th. Jordan Routon up into 5th. And man, the running order is changing drastically here every lap because more and more trucks are coming down pit road to take on tires and fuel. They cannot make it the distance, some of these drivers. And we've got to have under 10 laps to go by now, right, Alex?
8 to go, I believe.
8 to go. And Cameron Norton coming to pit road next. So, man, evidently nobody maybe is able to make it the distance. The only one that might be able to do it is Ayrton Frederick in the 45. He was lifting a lot ever since he came back off of pit road after getting service. He stayed out longer than anybody else. going to be interesting to see if the 45 can make it the entire distance. I think that he's the closest one to doing it by the numbers. The 32 is on pit road. He surrenders the race lead. That's huge, folks. And Jesse Carlson in the 88 truck is on pit road as well. He was the first truck one lap down. Keep in mind, everybody, if a caution comes out during the middle of all of this, it changes everything even more, but I believe that this hands the lead over
to the 45.
Does
Yes.
it? And so, yeah, I think he's going for it. I think there's 6 laps to go, or maybe even 5 now. He's heading into turn 1, and he's going for it, guys.
5 to go.
And why not? No. 5 to go? And why not? You know, non-playoff driver. There's no serious precautions or there's nothing at stake for him. There's nothing to lose for him. It's not like he's going to get eliminated in a playoff round here. He would love to go out here and get his first ever NOSSCAR win on an oval. And this might be the only way that he's going to do it. The 32 truck was putting on a blistering pace. He was able to break the draft barrier with him and drive away. And this might be the best opportunity for Ayrton to steal the show here tonight and pick up the win. 4 laps to go, 3.5 now. And if anyone's got the fuel and the tires to make it the entire distance of the race, it's that 45 machine. I think everybody else has either been to pit road for new tires and fuel, or they simply will be soon and cannot make it too much further.
It's going to be really interesting to see if he can make it.
Hit the X button twice for me, guys, and give me a running order rundown a little bit on who's running near you.
Gotham 4th, GTJ 5th, I'm 6th, Duke 7th, Bowman
9th Armstrong, 10th PC Panthers.
So does that put Beam up in like 3rd or something like that? I think that it does.
I think it does. So if the 45 pits, then it's going to leave the door open for whoever's in second.
I agree, and I'm not sure if it's Beam in the 16 or if it's the 23 of Josh Colby-Diaz. Did the lead just change hands or no?
No.
Okay, just Ayrton Frederick let a truck go. It was Josh Colby-Diaz. He just let Beam go as well. Ayrton's still the leader. And I think that it's Beam SKP running in second and Gotham in the 32 truck running in third. They both just went around Ayrton Frederick. And if Ayrton yes, he is. And honestly, guys, if he can't make it, then I think that it's Beam SKP in the 16 truck that is in position to win this race. And I think we have 2 laps to go, right?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. So 2 laps to go. Ayrton doing everything, and I mean everything he can to manage the huge gap that he has back to second and bring that truck home with the win. Coming into turn 3 and 4 now. He's going to have 1 more lap at the start-finish line. The white flag isn't going to be shown to him, and if he can make it, he's going to win the Las Vegas 200. If he can't, it's going to be Beam SKP in the 16 that's going to get the win. He's running in second.
Oh, we did it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody
And
else
it's
back.
it. It's over. The checkered flags are in the air, and Ayrton Frederick in the 45 survives. He gets to the finish, and he wins the Las Vegas 200.
He was limping it as soon as I came on the front stretch, so he barely made it.
Did Beam get second?
Third. It was NASCAR King.
Oh, wow.
So I think as he was letting those guys go, if he was limping it, it opened the door for those guys.
And so Josh Colby-Diaz finishes in second, Beam in third, and Gotham in the 32 fourth. We're watching all 3 of those trucks go around the track right here on my screen. And make sure you get photos of the results for me, Alex. And congratulations to Ayrton Frederick. I can't believe that he made it. I knew it was going to be close. I knew that he might be the only one that possibly could have made it. He stayed out much longer than everybody else through that first fuel run. And he started saving immediately when he came back off of pit road. And what a tremendous job for him. The highest finishing round of 8 driver, Beam SKP, the full-time driver out of France. And he'll pick up very valuable points here and he very well might be in a position to advance to the round of 4, depending on how he does in next week's 2 round of 8 races, the last 2 in the round of 8. Congratulations to all of these drivers on a very successful race. And we'll have some post-race interviews for you, Ayrton Frederick, with the fastest lap of the race.